See that? I think she like waked it out. Got her. That's a big one, dude. That is a big one. Look at that spot, dude. Look out, Bog. Look out, look out. Look out, Bog. Bog, look out. Look out. Oh, come here. Dude, that's like a 4.5, 5 pound spot. Oh my God. Dude, chewed the buzzbait, dude. Chewed the buzzbait. Bark, chill out. That was one of the best spotted bass bites I have ever gotten. So where we're at, I'm gonna show you this fish in a minute. It's an absolute giant spot, probably the biggest I've ever caught. We're in a back little corner. The water's come up a whole bunch and it kind of flooded all these bushes and kind of put like there's a strong tinge in the water. And I got a micro buzzbait. Shout out to Caleb C. Vasquez. He kind of put me on this. I think it's like a Jacob Wheeler buzzbait. Got a 40-pound braid on a Halo Kryptonite. The new SLXs that I got. The standard SLXs, just the cheap ones, like $100 from Tiger Warehouse. But basically, I kind of went down this line right here, flipping that buzzbait around, and I finally got to the very back of the pocket. And, dude, freaking buzzed it in there. Here's the sad part. So I put the fish in the live well for 2 seconds and made a couple more casts. There's another one that's just as big, and I got her to kind of like wake on the buzzbait, and then I picked up a shizzard and followed up, got her to wake twice, but she wouldn't commit, and now I don't think she's gonna bite it. I cast at her like 10-15 times. Might let her for a second try again, but there's another absolute giant. But let's get this thing out of the well and released here like an absolute stud spot. Look at that spot, dude. That is a monster spot. All right, let's get her released. I mean, dude, just the fish are so beautiful. See you later. You are awesome. I wish I would have caught her sister. Awesome. I mean, I'm fired up, dude. Anytime you get a topwater bite, way in the back of a pocket next to like a tree on braid, yeah, that'll fire you up. So check this out, guys. I think we're understanding why they're eating a buzzbait. Watch the bank here. I'm gonna kind of creep up on it. Do you see like the bubbles? Sorry, I don't have a polarized filter on here. Watch. Oh, there's a ball of them here. Watch, they're gonna get up on the bank and go bubble, bubble. Can you see all those darting around? That's a whole, like, oh dude, they're all over the place. There's herring oh, there's a spot right there. Oh jeez, everybody's here. I think that spot was on the bed. I tried to catch her. But all of these are herring that are blasting up kind of right on the bank here. And they're swimming around, and I assume there's spots chasing them. So I'm assuming there's like balls of herring on some of these waterfalls too. But like this whole bank is covered in herring. That's what all these, like the bubbles and all the movement that you see is. That's why they're eating Jacob Wheeler's buzzbait. It's always cool when you start to understand like why something's happening, not just that it's happening, but the why. Got him. Big one. Big spot on the buzzbait again, guys. Come here. Oh, gosh. Dude, look at that thing. And I mean, chowed it. Oh my gosh. This is nuts. Like seriously, like I'm shaking. I've heard about how epic these fish like crush a topwater, but we're just throwing a micro buzzbait. This is a Jacob Wheeler. It's just a little tiny buzzbait on braid. We're going way into the back of the pockets. You can see we got a waterfall right here. There's a bunch of current pumping in because we've had so much rain. And dude, look at this stud. Bog, chill. You gotta chill. I mean, dude, like, that is just a monster. Spot does not want to go home. You need to go to your home. Oh god. I mean, absolute magnum spots. Magnum spots. I am so blown away. Let's let this girl go. We got Bog. We're gonna let this bitch go. Just, I mean, dude, right now I am absolutely loving Northwest Alabama. I'm in a waterfall, throwing top water, catching absolute mag spots. Like, it doesn't get any better than this. So let me show you how I'm identifying the areas that I'm targeting. I'm not saying they're all gonna be good, but this is the system that I'm using to run these way deep back pockets. So you see right here, I got my C-map, and this is where we just caught one of those 4-pounders. So what I'm actually doing is, do you see how that creek comes in? On C-map, you get, not all pockets are created equal. See, for instance, these pockets don't have creeks coming in. This pocket does, and so did the other pocket where we call it the one. It has basically like a waterfall creek coming in. So I'm going around, I got my stuff shaded, and I'm going around and I'm looking for stuff where it has a creek coming in. So for instance, like that guy right there has a creek coming in. So I'm gonna go and I'll probably run that one. And I will check some of these other pockets and stuff. But basically, I'm using my C-map, the shading, and I'm looking for pockets that have creeks coming in with a little bit of flowing water. Now, we might vary that as we get towards the end of the day, just if we're trying to look for a few sight fishing fish. Then it's just going to be pockets that kind of flatten out where they could have beds kind of on the edges or way back in the pocket. But that's the gist of it. Looking for creeks that dump in since the water's high, creating a little bit of current, and creating like a little bit of junk back there that those fish can hide in. Got her. Another giant, dude. Guys, that's another giant spot. He's crushed it. Oh my god, look at that. Come here, come here, come here. This is so crazy. Dude, look at how that joker, Jacob Wheeler, you did a good job. Look at how that joker choked that thing. Look at that, dude. I gotta stay off of this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh golly, dude. That's a giant. Stay out of there. Stay out of there. You're kidding me. Oh my god. Oh. I'm gonna lose it completely. Maybe there's more. I got, oh my god, another one. This one isn't as big. She's still giant. Look at Bob. Look at, she's green. I'll tell you what, last spring, I got on an epic smallmouth and largemouth bite on Lake Wilson, and it was kind of weird, it was kind of quirky, it blew my mind, and I just had an amazing time. I'll put a link to the video in the description box. Today is this year's spring extravaganza. My mind is blown. We rolled up to these, we're calling our shots now. Some guy was back here for like 45 minutes and I waited for him to finally leave. I saw him catch a few fish on like the bank here, waited for him to leave, and snuck back here. Once again, it's just waterfall. It's dirty water kind of coming in. There's a little bit of pollen mixed in. Caught 3 fish off of that, including 2 practical 4-pounders. Oh, can you believe it? You are like beyond fired up. Beyond fire. Look at those guys. Those right there are what you call magnum spots. We're gonna do exactly what we should do and get them released one by one here, and then we're gonna do a technique breakdown because I think I'm pushing like 16 pounds with 4 fish. probably like 18 with 5, maybe 19, but say that one's like 2 3/4, almost 3 pounds. But dude, like, we're sitting on a mega bag. It's still early. I don't know that I left one fish on the table, and I'm gonna go back and try to catch it. But this is the most insane bite I've ever been on Smith. Yeah, it's just like 2.5, you know, just a solid one, dude. But I mean, I want to get to the big ones. See you later. Let's get out the big ones, vlog. What do you say? These things, dude. Look at that. Look at that spot. I mean, that is insanity, dude. Dude, look at that thing, 3.5. I mean, just absolute giants. See you later, bro. Oh, all right. This one's the one I'm really proud of. This is the monster right here. Look out, bro. Let me show everybody. Look at the shoulders on that joker. Like, that is a certified mag spot. That's like the kind you find in Lanier. Here, come here. Dude, look at that. That's a 4-pound spot right there, boys. It's just gigantic. I mean, look at the colors on her. She's so beautiful. All right, but let's get her back so she can go eat real baits instead of my fake bait. Dude, if you didn't enjoy that, dislike the video. Put the thumbs down. If you dig that kind of stuff, just epic kind of chance happenings, you try a pattern, you kind of exercise it, make sure to throw a thumbs up. And tell me something else really quick. Tell me what kind of bite you got on this spring or last spring that was crazy, mind-blowing bite, something that just kind of blew your mind, a pattern, a trick. Drop it down in the comments box. Got her. Oh, dude, that's a good one. Oh, that's a largemouth, dude. We caught a freaking, that's like a 2-pound largemouth right there. Oh, baby. It's not, dude, he catches everything. Thank you, Jacob Wheeler. Dude, I'm still shocked by today. I've never experienced a topwater bite with spots like that. And it seems like I get lucky one day in spring up here. Last year, like I said, it was that smallmouth bite we got into. But dude, that was intense. We sure didn't catch a lot of fish, but we caught bigs, boy. Like bigs. And I will tell you what, the bite kind of tapered off after about noon or so. There's a lot of traffic on the lake too. It's beautiful out. People are getting out. It's spring. They want to get out of the house. But OMG, bro. OMG. I'm not gonna hold you up. I'm gonna run through real quick kind of our tackle setup. I'll drop links to it down in the description box. Biggest keys though, moving water or kind of like pollen mats, getting way back, like we're actually way back in a pocket kind of right now. And it seemed like the corners or those back pockets, the better ones had like a creek coming into them, or on my C map I could see a creek kind of dumping into them. I'm still I'm raw. Oh, dude, and look at my thumb. This joker's bite. So the key today, like I said, thank you, Jacob Wheeler. It's this guy right here. It's a micro buzzbait. Longer shank hook, which I like. I'm gonna tell you one little trick. I don't do much buzzbait fishing, but I learned this. We got on a pretty good buzzbait bite many years ago on Lake Okeechobee in the rim ditch. What you can do is you can bend this so it runs different directions. So what do I mean? Whenever you take a buzzbait out of the package, and actually the first time I ever fished a buzzbait, I didn't know this. So I'm like, it's broken, it's broken. So they're gonna run kind of sideways. They're gonna run in one direction or another. So for instance, if I cast straight at you, this bait's gonna kind of like run back like that or back like that. And the reason for that is if you bend these heads, you can get them to run in a different direction. So if we're fishing kind of this bank line and I'm casting parallel to it, but I want it to kind of run into the bank or towards the bank, what I can do is, so the bend is, how is it? You bend it, if you're looking at the front of the bait, you bend it away from the direction that you want it to run. So for instance, if I'm casting along this bank, going this way, I want the bait to run in. I'm going to bend the bait just like that. And it doesn't take much, but you just bend it just a little. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna cause that bait to run in. It's almost like mistuning a crankbait. You're actually like tuning it to not run straight and to run into the cover. Because you saw we kind of fished around some bushes, some trees, some weird kind of turns and rocks and that. And I wanna keep this bait as close to either the current or the cover that I possibly can. Rod 7.2 or 7.2 medium heavy kryptonite. I really like this rod for topwater. It's my chatterbait rod. It's great for a reaction style bait, and I do have 40-pound braid on here. Like I said, that was a big key. Big shout out to Shimano too on this budget reel, this SLX. We're gonna do like a review video, or maybe we already did. Dude, it's solid for the price point. I've been struggling to find a decent price point reel. You know, $100 is pretty cheap when it comes to reels these days. Back in the day it wasn't, but it's pretty cheap. Dude, this thing handled the braid, which is usually the biggest test for reels, and some pretty vicious strikes, dude. Never had the drag slip, never had that, like the reel slip, like when you're actually reeling, it never skipped or anything. Dude, it was intense, man. Please throw a like, and if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. Seriously, I hope we have a better day than this, but this one's going to go down in history in mikeybalzz topwater buzzbait fishing, because it was awesome. As usual, we got to say bye to Bog. I just threw him in the water because he is super hot. Are you so warm, dude? You want to go have dinner? Bog is the best fishing bog. He was so fired up when we caught those spots. He kept trying to eat their tail, and I'm like, dude, you got to be gentle. I want these fish to go live, and I want to catch them again. Well, we're out. Thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel, especially with all the stuff going on. Like, it's been a crazy couple months, and I know a lot of people are hurting in that. And, you know, dude, freaking all you can do is kind of like follow your passions as much as you can. Do what you can to stay involved in fishing. Kind of keep your head above the water. And I know it's not an easy process. I'm going to run into some trouble here too. So it is what it is. But support your peeps. Support the things that you love. Support your local bait shops. Support Tackle Warehouse. Watch some content. You know, do your thing. Try to live as normal as possible. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. We are checking out. Tune in next time. We'll either be fishing or talking baits or just doing something with fishing, because that's what we love to do. Peace.